Good evening, everyone, and welcome to the Pearl Harbor Elimination Race. This race is being run in tribute to the men and women who sacrificed and lost their lives at Pearl Harbor 70 years ago today. Here, December 7, 2011, we remember 70 years ago when the Japanese attacked Pearl Harbor and entered the United States into World War II. But going on now here to present day and this race, as you may have noticed, the title is the Pearl Harbor Elimination Race. That is because this has a special stipulation, actually several stipulations, that these drivers are going to have to fight through. First of all, this field is comprised of 20 race cars, 5 of which have already raced their way into the All-Star race, including third starting driver Anthony McCurry, 5th starting driver Adam Chambers, make that 6th starting driver Adam Chambers, 7th starting driver Christian Janes, and then 2 drivers who are starting near the back of the pack, 11th place Alex Lozano, and 14th place Jordan Hester. They have already made it into the All-Star race. Now, 15 of them that are in this field have not made it into the All-Star race for the Snickers Cup Series. So those drivers are going to try and win this race because, and I'll let you know in just a minute, these 20 cars, I did not have any influence in who they were. They were chosen at random, and so these 20 drivers are going to battle it out here at Daytona. Now this race is going to comprise of 4 rounds, and this is how it's going to go down. 8 laps for round 1. Drivers that finish in positions 16 through 20 will be eliminated, giving us 15 drivers for round 2. At the end of round 2, drivers that finish positions 11 through 15 will be eliminated, giving us 10 drivers for round 3. In round 3, drivers who finish positions 6 through 10 will be eliminated, leading us to the final round, round number 4, where 5 drivers will battle it out for 8 laps, and the winner, if it is a winner who has not gotten into the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race, they automatically have clinched a spot into the All-Star race this season for the Snickers Cup Series. If it is one of those 5 drivers who already are in the All-Star race, then they would go to victory lane. They would get a victory under their belt in a non-points event, but they still would keep their spot in the All-Star race. But the odds of a driver like that going to victory lane here tonight are only 1 in a 4 chance, a 25% chance that a driver that is already in the All-Star race will win this event. So that means that we have a 75% chance that a driver's dream will come true and they'll win this elimination race and get in to the Snickers Cup Series All-Star race for this season. Alright, enough talk. We're going to get these cars underway as the command to fire engines is about to be given. These cars will then complete 1 pace lap, and then there will be 8 green flag laps. If a wreck occurs, there will be no cautions thrown. Also, these cars are set on no damage, which means that, say a wreck occurs, and then a second wreck occurs, the driver who may have ended up running back in the 18th position may all of a sudden find himself up in 11th and avoid elimination in round 1. So these are the drivers that are going to try and battle it out. Jack Richards on the pole alongside of Jack Nathan, Anthony McCurry beside Ray Wilson, Trent Whitney beside Adam Chambers, then Christian Janes alongside Jake Rogers, Daniel Schwab beside Jared Crocious, then it's Alex Lozano and Matthew Rodriguez, James McLeod and Jordan Hester, Brian Fleener and Devin Wilson, Lisa Shears, Jamie Watson, Jonathan Morris, and Corey Williams complete the rest of the field. Just a little bit of a thought. You've got Richard Childress' car, Corey Williams, who is not in the All-Star race, and Richard Childress' car, Adam Chambers, who is. Will Chambers try and get Corey Williams to victory lane? How about Anthony McCurry and Christian Janes, Hendrick Motorsports cars that are in the All-Star race? Jack Richards, the pole sitter, is not in the All-Star race. Will they try and help him to victory lane? It's going to be interesting to see what alliances are going to be formed between drivers that are in the All-Star race and drivers who are not in the All-Star race as of yet. Now these drivers, they have an opportunity here today, but also they'll have an opportunity in the Snickers Shootout, which is the Snickers Cup Series All-Star Open, but it's called the Snickers Shootout. So they'll have another opportunity, but they would love to be able to do it here today. So we are going to begin round number 1 Round 1 of 4 in the Pearl Harbor Elimination Race. Pace car, the Chevy Camaro pace car, will peel off onto pit road, and we will put them under green for 8 laps. So remember, going to be very critical that you do not finish any worse than 16th or you are eliminated. Green flag is out. Going to be interesting to see how guys like Lisa Shears, Corey Williams, Jonathan Morris, Jamie Watson, Brian Fleener, how they'll work their way up to the front to avoid elimination. Right now, we've got a 3-wide battle on for the lead. Anthony McCurry down low with Trent Whitney and Christian James. Jack Richards, our pole sitter, getting shuffled in the middle. 8 laps of racing. If a wreck breaks out, still we will be under green flag racing. And they are racing pretty hard here. Trent Whitney now going to go down to the inside line, and he's going to go to the front with help from Christian James and Alex Lozano. They are 3 by 3, 7 rows back. Whitney with the lead. There still is no problem as far as a wreck occurring. And now Christian James is going to take his turn at the front. James is already in the All-Star race, but he wants to lead this event. One thing about this for McCurry, Hester, James, and others that are already in the All-Star race is they will get really no experience for the All-Star race due to the fact that we are not racing the All-Star race here at Daytona. Here comes James McLeod down the inside line. He's going to try and go for the front. Help from Brian Fleener. And all 20 cars are still running at this point in this lead pack. Still no problems breaking out here early in this event. Lap 3 of 8 going to go on the board. Fleener going to go down to the inside line with help from Lisa Shears. Those two were back at the back of the pack. So too, actually look at this. The 5 that started at the back. Fleener, Lisa Shears, Jonathan Morris, Corey Williams, Jamie Watson. They're now all up inside the top 10. So now that critical position is handed over to drivers such as Adam Chambers, Ray Wilson, and Jack Nathan in the 16, as well as Jordan Hester. They could be eliminated here in round 1. Oh, Jamie Watson gets turned and he's up the fence! He's up into the fence! The caution will not wave as Corey Williams is the leader. There will not be a caution. Now those drivers that have been caught up in that wreck as Corey Williams leads are going to have to get going so that way they do not get eliminated. Right now, the drivers that I have listed that would be eliminated would be Trent Whitney, Jamie Watson, Alex Lozano, and Anthony McCurry. Jack Richards, our pole sitter, is on pit road. He would also be eliminated if this race ended now. Now Christian James is going to come down to the inside of Corey Williams. These guys really don't have much to worry about unless they have problems. Trent Whitney would be the first of the drivers to be eliminated. He has to catch up to that car, Jake Rogers, in order to avoid elimination. Rogers, if he can hold that 15th position, would get into round 2 by the skin of his teeth. Who's going to win round 1? It is James, Fleener, McLeod, Shears, and Williams. And then Jonathan Morris in the 60. Those 6, all by themselves. Now Fleener down to the inside. We're continuing to look at the progress, see if Jake Rogers is going to have any challenge for that 15th position. Taking a look from the back of his race car, you can see back there, just barely, Trent Whitney starting to come into the picture, as well as Jamie Watson and Anthony McCurry. Will they close in on him in time? Whitney is about 20 car lengths away, but he is closing visibly onto the back bumper of the 77. Brian Fleener getting shuffled out. Now to the lead goes James McLeod. These 6 would be smart to not race each other quite so hard. We got 3 laps before we'll be going underneath the caution flag in order to put us ready for round 2. Now, another thing about this is these drivers will not be starting off in the positions that they finished round 1. They will be in round 2, but there is no telling where they will start. So, for instance, Jonathan Morris could win round 1 here, but he could start dead last in the field for round 2. Morris with the lead. We're still keeping our eyes on Trent Whitney's progress, trying to catch up with the Jake Rogers machine. And look at this. He's got friends here. Anthony McCurry, Jamie Watson, Alex Lozano. They're all going to try and draft up to catch that car of Jake Rogers, and they are catching him. They are catching him indeed. Meanwhile, up at the front with 2 laps to go in round 1, Corey Williams leads. Christian Janes now into second. Brian Fleener will now take third away from Jonathan Morris. White flag will come out. It will come out for Corey Williams. Williams with the lead. We will follow that as soon as we see what the progress is as the drivers Watson, Whitney, and McCurry try and close in on Jake Rogers. Doesn't look like they're going to be able to catch him. I think he's going to make it in. But Corey Williams is coming into turn 2 with quite a nice margin over the rest of the field. Could Corey Williams pick up the win here in segment 1? Round 1 will be complete when they hit the stripe, and drivers who are in positions 16 through 20 will be eliminated. According to what I have, Trent Whitney, Anthony McCurry, Jamie Watson, Alex Lozano, and Jack Richards would be eliminated as we will race it down to the stripe. Brian Fleener on the inside, Corey Williams up high, and Corey Williams just barely wins round 1. And there's Jack Richards. He is indeed eliminated. Anthony McCurry is eliminated. And oh my goodness gracious, we gotta look at this. I think Jake Rogers is being bypassed. And Alex Lozano is going to get in to the All-Star race. He finishes 15th. Jake Rogers got caught and passed on the final lap. So Jamie Watson, Trent Whitney, Anthony McCurry, Jake Rogers, and Jack Richards will be eliminated. Alex Lozano gets in just barely to round 2. So round 2 is over. Round 1 is over. Corey Williams wins. Let's head now to round 2. We prepare now for round number 2. 5 drivers eliminated out of round 1. Jamie Watson, Anthony McCurry, Jake Rogers, Jack Richards, and Trent Whitney. So Adam Chambers will start on the pole for this race alongside Ray Wilson, Jack Nathan and Daniel Schwab in row 2, Devin Wilson and Christian Janes in row 3, starting all the way back in 14th. Is our winner from round 1, Corey Williams. Alex Lozano, who just got in on by the skin of his teeth into round 2, starting off there in the 8th position. So Chambers has already been to victory lane this season in the Snickers Cup Series, so he is already in the All-Star race, but he, along with Jordan Hester and Christian Janes, they have made it here into round 2, as well as another driver who has made the All-Star race already, and I'm trying to remember who it was. It'll come to me. Alex Lozano. They have made it into round 2. The one driver that is already in the All-Star race that did not make it is Anthony McCurry. Now, the same rules apply here. 8 laps of racing for round 2. Drivers who will finish in positions 11 through 15 will be eliminated from round 2, and we'll head to round 3 with 10 drivers. Green flag is back out. A unique kind of system here, but one that we hope is going to pay out big time in our final round 4. Corey Williams, you see back there in that Good Wrench Chevrolet, picking up his first win in the NNSCRA, whether it be a non-points event or not. And it looks like Jack Nathan's going to try and go to the front with help from Devin Wilson. They're going to bypass Adam Chambers. You know, it would really be tough for Corey Williams is if he ended up getting eliminated in this race after winning round 1. And now Devin Wilson's going to try to take his turn at the front. Remember, no cautions. If a wreck happens, we keep it green. And I'll tell you one guy who's really got to be very upset, and that's Jake Rogers. He was in the 15th position for about 5 laps and then got caught on the final lap and ended up finishing in the 20th, or make that the 19th position, and was eliminated. Alex Lozano just barely got in. Here comes Brian Fleener underneath of Christian James. He'll try and take the top spot. James McLeod making a move there in the 00. He'll try and go 3 wide under Devin Wilson. And now, looks like Jonathan Morris in the 60 is going to try and go to the inside 3 wide and take the lead. Corey Williams, our winner in round 1, right there. Williams got a good car here tonight. And he's trying to maybe go 2 for 2 in 2 rounds, as he's going to go to the front with help from Jordan Hester. He forges a hold to the inside of the Tire Kingdom Toyota from Germain Racing of Jonathan Morris. Now he gets shuffled out of the way, Corey Williams does, as he's going to lose the lead to Jordan Hester. Hester with fellow Toyota Jared Crocious behind. We are still green. We will be green for these whole 8 laps, even if a caution should come out. There's the guy that just barely got into this event, Alex Lozano in the 1. And he's going to the front. Finished in the 15th position, the last possible position to be able to be in without being eliminated and missing round 2 here. Now here comes Ray Wilson, Adam Chambers, who started on the front row. They're coming back up to the front now. Chambers going to go 3 wide. Daniel Schwab, I believe, started off in the top 10, and he's coming to the front again. And the guy who was out in front at the beginning of this race when the green flag flew, the 16 of Jack Nathan, coming back up to the front as well. Nathan going to go 3 wide, and he's going to make it stick. Help from Devin Wilson once again. He and Wilson were working together before. And now Devin Wilson's going to kick the 16 up to the high groove, and he's going to go down low and try and go for the front. 4 laps to go in this event. Then we head to round number 3. No wrecks, so these drivers here are trying to battle it out for every position possible, because drivers who finish in positions 11 through 15 will be eliminated. Lisa Shears out in front now. Christian James directly behind her. Brian Fleener there as well, and also coming back up to the front, the 60 of Jonathan Morris. Lisa Shears does a good job blocking Christian James' advances, now has to hold off Brian Fleener. We're going to have a total of 3 laps to go when they hit the stripe. Fleener thought about going for the lead, but here comes the 60 with a lot of momentum. Jonathan Morris with help from Jordan Hester. And Corey Williams coming back up to the front again here in the closing stages of round 2. Oh, we got shuffled out of the groove 4 wide. They were 4 wide there for a moment. Oh, Christian James gets turned! Corey Williams saves it, but Christian James is turned with Brian Fleener. Here, near the closing stages of round 2, trouble has broken out. Joe Gibbs out in front, Lisa Shears and Jordan Hester, the drivers that are involved, Brian Fleener. Oh, James McLeod upside down, Devin Wilson, Daniel Schwab, Christian James, Jack Nathan. They all are slow. And it looks like Jordan Hester's going to lead them down to the stripe with the signal 2 to go. Now, right now, with what we're seeing here, James McLeod, Brian Fleener, Devin Wilson, Daniel Schwab, and Christian James would all be eliminated from round 3. Christian James right now in the 11th position. He's got to catch Jack Nathan in order to avoid elimination. Meanwhile, we go back up to the front, where right now Jonathan Morris is leading. He'll come around and get the white flag. These drivers here behind him, Lisa Shears, Jordan Hester, Alex Lozano, Corey Williams, Ray Wilson, Matthew Rodriguez, they don't have much to worry about. They probably are going to transfer their way in. Looking now to see if Jack Nathan is able to hold off the 24 of Christian James. James has quite a ways to go before he can catch the 16. It doesn't look like he's going to be able to. Here's Alex Lozano at the front here with the final lap. Lozano going to try and win round 2. Ray Wilson right there in second. He may think about going for the win. Matthew Rodriguez there. Adam Chambers is there. But these drivers you see in your screen, they are definitely going to transfer into round 3. Here we come off turn 4 for the final time. Alex Lozano is not going to get challenged by Ray Wilson, and Lozano will win round number 2. After finishing 15th in round 1, he will win round 2. Drivers that have been eliminated are going to include... Looks like Jack Nathan's going to transfer in the 10th position. So, Christian James, Daniel Schwab, Devin Wilson, Brian Fleener, and James McLeod are all eliminated. And we head now with 10 cars into round number 3. So with round 2 in the books, we head to round 3 now. Alex Lozano will start on the pole for round 3 alongside of Jared Crocious. Lozano, who won round 2. Then it's Jack Nathan to the high side of Adam Chambers in row 2. Row 3 comprised of Matthew Rodriguez and Jordan Hester. Ray Wilson, Lisa Shears in row 4. And Corey Williams, Jonathan Morris in row 5. 10 drivers left here for round 3, and then it will be 5 in round 4. Competition getting mighty tough now. I've been very impressed. Alex Lozano, Adam Chambers, and Jordan Hester have fought their way through 2 rounds and are still very much in contention here as they are trying to pick up a non-points win here, even though they are already locked into the All-Star race. If you're just joining us, out in round number 1 were the cars of Jamie Watson, Trent Whitney, Anthony McCrory. Jack Richards also was retired from that. Round 2, we ended up having lots of retirees, 5 of them to be exact. Brian Fleener, Christian James. Also Daniel Schwab and Devin Wilson were eliminated. Jake Rogers has already been eliminated as well. Green flag is out for round 3. So here we go, folks. Round 3 underway, and we are about to head into the final round in just a little bit, where we will find out if a driver will be able to race their way into the All-Star race with a win here tonight in the Pearl Harbor Elimination race. Lozano and Adam Chambers already locked into the All-Star race, drafting with each other. Here comes Corey Williams, our round 1 winner. He's coming up that inside line now. Lozano and Corey Williams both have each won a round and are still in this thing here in round 3. Lozano and Adam Chambers working very well together, but here comes Chambers' teammate from Richard Childress Racing, Corey Williams. Will those two work together? Well, I thought they were going to, but Corey Williams has other thoughts. He wants the lead, as he's going to go down to that inside line and shuffle his teammate into the middle. You gotta wonder if maybe everybody's going to start ganging up on Jordan Hester, Adam Chambers, and Alex Lozano due to the fact that they don't want them in the final round. They want to battle amongst themselves, so that way somebody is going to be able to transfer their way into the All-Star race. But Joe Gibbs Racing down low now, Jordan Hester, he seems to be the only driver that is on the same page with a teammate. Hester and Lisa Shears have been working together ever since round 1, and it looks like Jordan Hester has been trying to help his teammate Lisa Shears get into the All-Star race. Now he's going to get shuffled, though, as the 60 of Jonathan Morris is going to go down to that inside line, and he's going to bypass Hester. Morris starting at the back for most of these rounds, but he has been able to make up for it, moving his way up to the front now. And here comes Matthew Rodriguez in the Best Buy Ford, trying to get up there to the front. Now, you're not going to see them racing real hard as of yet, but then it's going to come down to real panic time when we hit about 2 laps to go. And they're going to go 3 wide here. Jonathan Morris is going to go way up on the high side as Jack Nathan's going to go 3 wide with him. Comes back down to the inside line, comes Ray Wilson, along with the 2-round winners so far. Alex Lozano, who won the last round, round 2, and Corey Williams, who won the first round, round 1. Ray Wilson out in front now, but here comes Alex Lozano, here comes Corey Williams, here comes the pack. And Wilson's going to hold on to the lead as they go 3 wide for second, almost 4 wide back there. They are 4 wide. Hester, Shears, Crocious, and they're in the wall. Lozano, Hester. Oh, the 60 car of Jonathan Morris is at the wall, and it's now Ray Wilson out in front with the Corey Williams machine behind him. Adam Chambers is now 3rd, Lozano in 4th, and in 5th now is Jack Nathan. These drivers would be eliminated if the race ended now. Jordan Hester, Matthew Rodriguez, Jared Crocious, Lisa Shears, and Jonathan Morris. So these two right here, they're going to fight amongst themselves, but we're going to be following back there that battle as Jack Nathan finds himself as the hunted once again. Last round he was hunted by Christian James, Daniel Schwab, and Devin Wilson. This time he's going to be hunted by others here in round 3. Jack Nathan, he has a nice advantage over Hester and Rodriguez, but they're going to try and close in on the 16 and make this a battle to the stripe. Right now, he would be in by the skin of his teeth, Jack Nathan, and it would be the second time. He finished 10th in round 1, or make that in round 2. If he finishes 5th here, he will transfer his way into the final round, round 4. There's Alex Lozano running all by himself in 4th, Chambers by himself in 3rd, but these two continue to battle it out for the lead, and Chambers is starting to close in on this, actually. Corey Williams, Ray Wilson battling amongst themselves for the lead here, with a total of 3 laps to go. Chambers closing in. It looks like we're going to end up having, from what I'm seeing, 2 Richard Childress cars in the final round in the form of Corey Williams and Adam Chambers, unless something happens. Going back once again to see if Jack Nathan's been able to hold off Hester and Rodriguez. They are indeed closing in, but they don't have much time as 2 laps remain in this event. Corey Williams all over the back bumper of Ray Wilson. Williams would love to be able to win 2 rounds here tonight. So far in the NNSCRA Snickers Cup Series, he is winless. And he'll come down to the inside line. Here comes Chambers all of a sudden into this mix. It's a 3-car fight for the win in round 3. Chambers, man, here he comes. White flag is in the air. Corey Williams is the leader. He now throws the block on Adam Chambers, but here comes Chambers. He'll think about the inside. Williams tries to block. He's still blocking. Now Chambers to the inside. Chambers, Williams, Wilson. These 3 will decide round 3 and will transfer their way in. Meanwhile, Jack Nathan all by himself. He will transfer in the 5th position, no doubt about it. Meanwhile, Corey Williams, Adam Chambers, Ray Wilson battle it out for the win here in round 3. Chambers with the lead, Ray Wilson directly behind him. But Chambers, who was 3rd about 2 laps ago, is now out in front, and out of turn 4 for the final time in round 3, Adam Chambers is going to go and win round number 3. Ray Wilson 2nd, Corey Williams 3rd. Alex Lozano will transfer in the 4th position, and Jack Nathan, nobody in sight for the 16, he'll transfer in once again in the 5th spot. So the drivers eliminated now are Matthew Rodriguez, Jordan Hester, Jared Crocious, Lisa Shears, and Jonathan Morris, as Adam Chambers will win round 3. Let's head now to the final round of the Pearl Harbor Elimination Race. And now we prepare for the final round, round 4. This is it. 8 laps, and 1 driver will race their way into the All-Star race. Unless Chambers or Lozano go to victory lane, then it will just be a non-points win for them. So Jack Nathan, Ray Wilson, Corey Williams, they're out to win a race and get into the All-Star race. Alex Lozano and Adam Chambers are out to just win a race. Green flag is out. It's Jack Nathan, Adam Chambers, Alex Lozano, Ray Wilson, and Corey Williams, the final 5 here at Daytona to decide this race. Eliminations took place in round 1, they took place in round 2, they took place in round 3. 15 drivers out of our original 20, and 5 are left to race this out. Chevrolets down low. Alex Lozano getting a shove from Corey Williams. You gotta wonder if it's going to be a 3-on-2 battle between the drivers who are not in the All-Star race and the drivers who are in the All-Star race. You see Ray Wilson there roughing up Adam Chambers, kind of as if to say, hey, I need this position a lot more than you do, buddy. I need to get into the All-Star race. You're already there. Corey Williams all over the back bumper of Alex Lozano. He'll now come to the inside. And he will now go to the front. Very interesting that the three drivers who have won the 3 previous rounds are still here to battle it out for the win here in round 4. Corey Williams out in front there. He won round 1. Alex Lozano in the 1 Bass Pro Shop Chevrolet won round 2. And Adam Chambers in that neon green and yellow number 27 won round 3. All 3 of them here in this field. Jack Nathan seems to be the one that really we got to keep our eye on, because he ended up transferring his way in the final position in the last 2 rounds. Finished 10th in round 2 and finished 5th in round 3. He's now coming to the front. He's helping the car of Adam Chambers. These 5 all by themselves. They only have 4 competitors to have to deal with here for about 5 more laps. Chambers out in front. If he won, he'd get a non-points win. But Jack Nathan behind him, if he won, he would transfer his way into the All-Star race in the Snickers Cup Series. And just a thought, if a driver did transfer their way into the All-Star race in the Snickers Cup Series, what if they ended up winning the All-Star race? Then there's a transfer spot into next year's All-Star race. So you could bet that they're thinking way ahead here as Alex Lozano now comes down to the inside for the lead. His drafting buddy seems to be Corey Williams. Williams has stuck with him ever since the beginning of this race, but now Williams wants a piece of the lead. Williams with Ray Wilson down low, but Lozano does not have a challenge down low. He'll come down and block Corey Williams here in turn 3. A 2-on-3 battle. 2 drivers who are in the All-Star race, 3 who are not. You could probably say the reward for the 3 drivers that are not in the All-Star race would be much greater than it would be for the drivers that are already in the All-Star race, but Chambers and Lozano, who have already been to victory lane this year, want to go there again. Lozano all by himself. Now Chambers going to slide by Ray Wilson for second. 3 Chevrolets, 1 Ford, 1 Toyota. That's the drivers that are battling it out here for the win in the Pearl Harbor Elimination race. And Lozano going to lead him out of turn 4. We've got a total when they hit the stripe of 3 laps to go. Can anybody get by Lozano? Here comes Jack Nathan down to the inside. Jack Nathan going to put a move on Adam Chambers. That's for second. Corey Williams going to try and offer the drafting help. Now slides back in line. Now he'll come down to the inside line with help from Ray Wilson. 3 laps to go, and those 3 that have not made the All-Star race, Nathan, Williams, and Wilson, are working together to try and get by Alex Lozano. Now Corey Williams going to step out of line. He's going to try and go for second place. He'll bypass Jack Nathan down low, help from Ray Wilson, and they're going to try and close in onto the Alex Lozano machine's back bumper. Things getting awfully testy here in this event. Ray Wilson trying to help the Corey Williams machine get up to Alex Lozano, and they are doing it. Corey Williams is coming up. He is there. He puts the move to the inside, and Corey Williams, with 2 laps to go, is on the inside of Alex Lozano. Corey Williams, Ray Wilson, going to go by Alex Lozano, and now it's going to be between Williams and Wilson to see who's going to get themselves into the All-Star race. Ray Wilson now down to the inside line. He'll think about bypassing Corey Williams. Williams will probably try and put the block here. Can he? He can! Williams, Wilson, now Chambers gets into this mix along with Jack Nathan as Lozano seems to fade from view as he's caught on the high side. Here comes Ray Wilson to the inside. Corey Williams gets the white flag, but it's Ray Wilson with the lead now, coming down here to turn 1. Now Adam Chambers thinks about going for the lead. Can Ray Wilson throw the block? No! Chambers to the front now, it will look like. And here comes Jack Nathan. Along with Alex Lozano. Can Nathan put a move on Chambers? Here he comes! Nathan to the inside! Nathan down low, thinking about winning this event. He got himself transferred into round number 3 by finishing 10th. Got himself transferred into this final round by finishing in 5th. It may be a Cinderella story for Jack Nathan, but Alex Lozano wants to battle him to the line. Help from Corey Williams. Nathan, Lozano to the stripe, and Jack Nathan has transferred himself into the All-Star race. Talk about living on the edge. Jack Nathan just barely made round 2. Then again, just barely made round 3, and then just barely made round 4, and now he goes to victory lane here with a last lap pass on Adam Chambers to win it all, and he has transferred himself into the All-Star race for the Snickers Cup Series. Jack Nathan and Jonathan Morris both did a ride swap, Nathan into the 16, Morris into the 60, and it pays off here tonight as the number 16 Post-it 3M Ford Fusion for Roush Fenway Racing wins round number 4, and we will see him in the All-Star race. Hope you enjoyed the Pearl Harbor Elimination race. We enjoyed bringing it to you. You've been watching a production of the NNSCRA, now merged with the NCGMRS. You will see Jack Nathan in the All-Star race in the Snickers Cup Series. See you guys later. You've been watching the production of the NNSCRA Sports Channel. Next race that should be coming up will be the Mobile Open, where 3 drivers will race their way in to the Mobile One Cup Series All-Star race. See you later, everybody.